Greetings, my fellow intellectuals and bookworms. I have a rant for you today. Today we're going to be talking about the movie Avatar, not the Good Kids TV series or the shitty M. Night Shyamalan remake. Avatar with the blue aliens, blue Smurfs, Pocahontas in space. You get it. People are constantly saying people are constantly raving, oh, it's so good, blah, blah, blah. Well, some people are saying it's the worst movie ever. I wouldn't go that far because I've watched some movies with a 0% rating. But it is so overhyped that you would think that it was like the second coming of Christ or some bullshit like that. And people say, oh, it made $3 billion. Well, box office figures don't determine quality. 50 Shades of Grey sold millions of copies, yet it's widely believed to be one of the worst books ever written. From a quality perspective. A copy editor actually had to drink an entire bottle of Jack Daniels to even look at it, and found hundreds of typos. So, sales figures really don't determine anything, and with the rising costs of movies, well, you can make billions and still lose money. The marketing budget is 2.5 times as much as it costs to make the film. So, the last Star Wars movie, since Disney Star Wars has done terrible, they also spent $250 million on reshoots. So despite making $1 billion, they could have lost money on the last one. I mean, the special effects were good, but that's about it. No one remembers the story. You ask people, remember Avatar? And they're like, I can't remember any of the story. That's an outlier for a big story, because even Star Wars and the new Disney Star Wars, which everyone hates, everyone can remember the story. It's just like someone took the fucking neuralizer from the Men in Black and just unleashed it on the populace, because you ask people, do you remember the $3 billion movie Avatar? And no one does. Now, the sequels, the James Cameron sequels, may or may not do well, but they're more than a decade late. And honestly, so the story is terrible, the characters are one-dimensional. I barely remember the name of Jake Sully, let alone Neytiri or anyone else. And when you think about it, it also symbolizes everything that's wrong with American culture. It's a triumph of style over substance. It's like one of those Catholic communion wafers. It has no flavor, yet it still contains calories. Basically, aside from the special effects, it has fucking nothing. James Cameron may be one of the most overrated Hollywood directors ever. I mean, Titanic was alright, but it was just the special effects. Same with this one. M. Night Shyamalan in my opinion, hasn't made a single good movie. Never mind The Glass, which was terrible, and The Split, which was terrible. And just like the movie Us and Get Out, both of those were terrible, but for some odd reason, people loved them. Yeah, so there's that. So, now, what are my box office projections for it? Well, people are pretty stupid. I mean, with the Star Wars movies, the quality went down on the first one, yet people still spent a lot of money to see it. And even with people getting disappointed in a few failures, they kept turning out. So, I think it'll be a relative failure. They might even lose money on it, because it's more than a decade and a half late. And the blue aliens were so unlikable that during the entire time I watched the movie, I saw it when I was like 11 or 12 on TV, I was yelling, "Go, go, humans!" And I'm like, come on, nuke those little bastards. Honestly, you're not supposed to feel that towards supposedly the good guys. And in my opinion, humans were the only good characters. And honestly, you want to know how to fix Avatar? Shot-for-shot remake, but with humanity winning, and at the end, use a kinetic missile strike or orbital bombardment to just completely destroy those little bastards. And it's not because I've always been an imperialist, although arguably that couldn't help. It's just that it was so fucking boring. It was 3 hours. No film should be over 2.5 hours, and 2.5 hours should be reserved for exceptions. Most movies over 2 hours are bullshit. Yeah, so those are my thoughts on the movie Avatar and its sequels. Like, comment, and subscribe if you've not done so. This is Sean Hartnett. I'll probably give you another video titled What the Economy in the Post-Pandemic Will Look Like. And FYI, I saw that I may be overwhelming you with new content because my 4 newest videos have gotten about half as many views as they normally do, and so on. So if I'm overwhelming you, I apologize. It's because I'm concerned that I might have to drop off on amount of content delivered. Alright, bye.